This is the Power Spotlight, and today it's all about the Ransetsu-RF. The Ransetsu-RF comes from the Ransetsu family developed by Boss, which also includes the AR variant. The AR variant is a 3-round burst automatic weapon that has no charge option. It's practical, lightweight, and has a nice ammo reserve. But unfortunately for PvP, its damage is completely outclassed by nearly every other kinetic option. The RF variant, which is the focus of this video, trades some of this lightweight design for a more accurate, longer range single fire weapon capable of charged 3-round bursts. Ransetsu-RF is my pick for the best rifle in the game. Thanks to its much needed buffs in patch 1.02, the uncharged shots actually deal the highest DPS and IPS of any rifle in the game when accounting for reload times. Hell, it even outperforms the machine guns in this department. And thanks to its low fire rate and recoil buildup, they are less restrictive with recoil control arms than other rifles in the game. This means you can equip arms with high firearm specialization without ever worrying about recoil. Combine this with a high muzzle velocity and you've got yourself an incredibly accurate weapon. The Ransetsu-RF serves as a reliable and well-rounded option for both defensive and offensive play. It does great when assault boosting in and shines even more when backpedaling. It's probably as close as you can get to classic Armored Core gameplay as you can in AC6. What's especially nice is that it's got the lowest reload time and the longest lasting magazine of any of the rifles, which means it's got some of the least downtime of any weapon in the game. Time your shots well and you'll be chipping away the health of enemies with no signs of stopping. Now, I did mention that it has a charged burst fire, but it's terrible, and I really do not recommend using it at all. Just don't. Maybe if you're on tank legs, but other than that, don't. Instead, you should think of its performance more like any of the highly accurate rifles in the older AC games, like the 051 AN&R in Armored Core 4, or the RF-220 in Armored Core 3. While not a sniper rifle and not having the range of one, I'd probably compare the Ransetsu-RF's performance most to the 73 RS in late Generation 3. Being a low rate of fire, highly accurate weapon capable of consistently landing shots that eventually becomes hard to ignore. Just be aware that you do have to manually fire each round with the button press, since again, you do not want to use this charged shot. In PvP, much of these qualities carry over as a decent mid-range option that can fit in a variety of builds. The main issue I'd say with the Ransetsu-centric build is assault boost, which, granted, is a problem for pretty much all builds, but it's especially bad for Ransetsus as they're better suited for consistent stagger buildup and methodical play. Go against a bulky assault booster who wants nothing more than to scrap with you, and you might find yourself eating shit hard and fast. The RF shares the same amount of versatility and freedom that the other rifles have. So long as you got the arms capable of handling its recoil, you can pretty much build whatever you want alongside it and at least gain some value. It does great with missiles due to its mid-range prowess, while high burst damage options like grenade launchers and needle cannons also do great with their consistent stagger output. Because of their unparalleled accuracy and maneuverability, dual wielding these rifles is best with high mobility builds that are hybrids between air and ground. Something like the Howl legs or any of the reverse joint legs are a great option. That said, you probably could make slow builds work with this weapon too, just make sure you've got more than enough weaponry with high impact to back up its lack of power play potential. Here's my current favorite Ransetsu-RF setup that I've been running for PvPs. Outside of highly stable rushdown builds like Zimmerman's on quads, I'd say it performs fantastically. As I said before, the Howl legs have excellent multi-directional movement, but they also have great stagger for its weight class. This is crucial because altogether, this AC's frame is able to withstand 2 Zimmerman shots without being 100% staggered. The vertical plasma missiles provide an additional range of attack for your opponents to be afraid of, while the Huxleys provide much needed impact buildup towards any AC that attempts to close a distance. Put this together and you get a versatile and mobile loadout capable of dealing consistent damage and impact buildup at almost any range. It's got enough reach to make aggressive lightweights take hits before they're even in range, while also being mobile enough to evade its way into longer ranges AC threat zones. Now, I will say it is a pretty unforgiving build, as is any lightweight build with low burst damage, but when played well, its ability to inflict constant DPS while on the run makes for a solid build. Alternatively, you can also use the Ransetsu-RF as more of a supportive role, which is what I do for my second build that I'm showcasing. It fires alongside a laser rifle to inflict stagger buildup, as well as just being something to fire during cooldowns. I'd say this build is a bit more beginner friendly, as its sturdier frame allows for more leniency for mistakes, and its lower speed means a higher ease of control. That's not to say the build struggles at close range either. With the addition of Tyranno missiles on its back, one can say that it's even more threatening when close to an enemy. Just be aware that the build is still more geared towards mid-range control rather than something like Zimmerman's, and consider using the Tyrannos as more of a get-off-me option against any offensive build that wants to break your zone. That said, it's another Ransetsu-RF user that I found great success with. Also, yes, if you're better at managing energy than I am, you're entirely free to switch to the VE-20A instead of the VP-20C, as after all, you will be doing more damage with that. So, it's your build though, do whatever you want.